No, our kindergarten numbers at LES did go to a point where we moved a teacher from first grade to kindergarten. It was a contingency plan that we had in place. We are more comfortable with our numbers being lower in kindergarten than in first grade. We know what we have in first grade. We don't necessarily know what's coming in kindergarten, so we went ahead and made the move last week because we figured we're going to get 10 to 15 walkouts on Monday.
Right.
So why wait to make the move?
Thank you, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You called me doctor, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you've been getting some.
All day, all day.
And I didn't do anything with Dr. Tepper for educational programs. Did you have anything to talk about?
Yes, we're excited that teachers are back. We had 3 in-service days. We did Monday, the 18th, today, Tuesday, and another in-service day tomorrow. A lot of professional development has been occurring, and we're very excited to get the year off and going.
Thank you. Okay, I will move for adoption of resolution number 21 to approve the ECAT Academy Memorandum of Understanding between the GLSD and the GLEA for the 2014-2015 school year.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 21. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously. I would like to bundle resolutions number 22, 23, and 24 They are all approving agreements. The first one, to approve a new story tuition agreement for the 2014-2015 school year. This resolution number 23, to approve contracted service agreement for 2014-2015. That's with the WIU English as a second language contracted service. And the last one is to approve a contract tutoring agreement for 2014-2015. So I'd like to move to accept those three resolutions.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolutions 22, 23, and 24. Questions or discussion on any of the motions, on any of the resolutions? All those in favor then, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Those pass unanimously. And I will move for adoption of resolution number 25 to approve 2 dietetic interns for the fall semester working with Miss Jillian Lewis.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded that we adopt resolution number 25. Questions or discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? And that passes unanimously also. We did hold a curriculum committee meeting tonight at 5 p.m. and you will be getting the minutes of that shortly.
Yes.
Anything else to come up under curriculum and planning? And we'll turn this over to Mrs. Elder for finance.
Thank you. I move for adoption of resolution number 26 and of resolution number 27. The one is to approve the treasurer's report and the other is to approve the payment of bills. And there are attachments with the treasurer's report and the bill.
Sorry. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 26 and 27. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Those pass unanimously.
I move to accept resolution number 28, which is a grant from the United Way Transition Plan, or rather, it's a grant for the transition plan in the amount of $2,000. This is the transition from preschool to kindergarten.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 28. Questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? And that passes unanimously.
I move for adoption of resolution number 29 to approve the 2013-14 year and budgetary transfers. There are any attachments.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 29. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor then say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Unanimously.
And finally, I move to accept resolution number 30, which is the disabled veterans real property tax exemption certificate.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 30. Questions or discussion?
I think it should be said that this is not the first tax certificate we have accepted, but we have decided that, if I'm correct, from now on, when we receive one of these certificates, we will make the adoption at a public meeting so that we have a clear public record of our action on those requests.
Thank you. Any other discussion on the motion? All those in favor then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously also.
And there is a finance committee meeting on Wednesday morning, September 3rd at 10 o'clock at the admin building. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Elder. Property and supply, Mrs. Bozo.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. I move for the adoption of resolution number 31 to approve the change orders for the athletic clubs as listed.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 31. Questions or discussion on the motion? All those in favor then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Those pass unanimously.
I move for the adoption of resolution number 32 to award the bids for the winter sports equipment and supplies as listed.
Do I I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 32. Questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Passes also unanimously.
And our next property and supply meeting will be Thursday, September 4th, 3:30 in Central Building. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mrs. Kozar. Student activities and recreation, Dr. Laughlin.
At the next meeting, I'll have the other senior nights and all the listed last week.
Okay. Thank you. Community relations, Dr. Zorch.
There's an item there for public knowledge. The IUPR Commission meeting is this Thursday, August 21st.
Thank you. Under Westmoreland Intermediate Unit, there is an attachment with the minutes from our meeting, I believe it was August 6th or 7th. And the next WIU committee meeting will be held on September 23rd at 7:30 at the IU building. EWCTC Joint Operating Committee, Mrs. Kozar.
Yes, our next meeting is tomorrow night, and it says 6 p.m. on here, but our actual board meeting is at 7. We meet earlier for a business meeting. So, would you all like to come? And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Board policy, ESD liaison, Mrs. Elder.
Yes, we do not have a board policy to discuss this evening, but I have not yet heard of anyone who has attended the leadership conference, so we won't have any delegates there. But Mrs. Weigert gave me a packet that lists the candidates for the offices in TSBA. And the voting on this can't be done before September 9th. So I think we're going to send this out in a Friday update.
I will understand that.
And I know very little about any of these people, but their biographies are in the packet. I know something about a lot of their school districts, so if you have any questions about any of those, I can answer them. But other than that, that is the only thing that is pending as far as PSBA is concerned.
Thank you very much. Transportation, Mr. Music.
Move for the adoption of resolution number 33, which is to approve the 2014-15 school bus van drivers as listed by H.A. Myers and Sons from DMJ Transportation. You'll notice the names of the drivers are listed as an attachment on your agenda.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 33. Any questions or discussion? We should probably know that all the drivers that we are approving have their clearances, they're submitted in Friday. Anything else?
They're all, they're all the same drivers. They're all on the same routes, the same drivers. It says, they should have all the kids on there, just did them all last year.
I did them all 2.5 months ago.
And they're doing test runs again like they did last year, so we should be fine.
Any other discussion? All those in favor then of adopting resolution number 33, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that passes unanimously.
Also, move for the adoption of resolution number 34, which is to approve the 2014-15 pupil transportation schedule. Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 34. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor then please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously.
And lastly, I move for the adoption of resolution number 35, which is to approve the individual transportation funds.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 35. Questions or discussion on the motion? All those in favor then please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Let me ask you a quick question. When the child, like we have one here, it's 11th grade or something coming up, when they drive, do we still pay?
A tuition student?
No, what he's saying is that
No, these are the ones where.
we still pay, but we figured in the gas and the fuel for them getting themselves to school because we can't provide that transportation.
Okay, that's what I was.
You see what I'm saying? It's still an offset of a vehicle cost one way or the other when who drives it to the.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
Yep.
Also, on your agenda, seeing attachments to our last transportation committee meeting minutes. And the next meeting will be on October 29th at 3 o'clock. I haven't seen that.
Thank you very much. Technology, Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Ms. Manning. Our technology meeting minutes from last week, the week before, are now attached. Just of note, the GLEPF Foundation made a significant donation for the 3D printers and the permitting boards, and it's on there, but it was a ton of stuff and it's working out pretty well. It's all up and done. Our next meeting's up is on September 9th, 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Superintendent's recommendation, Mrs. Carter.
I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 36, which is to approve the position of part-time secretary for the junior and senior high school special education program. This is the position that we referenced last week. It was, the function was done as a classroom assistant. With the person leaving that position, it is truly a secretarial position, hence the creation of it.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 36. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? And that passes unanimously.
I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 37, which is to approve the list of names as security police for the 2014-15 school year.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 37. Questions or discussion on the motion? All those in favor, then please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to approve resolution number 38, which is to approve the rates for substitute teaching for the 2014-15 school year.
So moved. Second. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 38. Any questions or discussion? Again, there are no increases in these rates for this year. Anyone else? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 39 and resolution number 40, which is to approve Eugenia Fratto, number 1, in resolution number 39 as a classroom assistant retroactive to yesterday, August 18th, as well as to also approve her as an addition to our substitute list for grades pre-K through 4.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt two resolutions, number 39 and number 40. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? This passed unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 41, which is to approve the teacher leader position of Tammy Daly in mathematics at Bagley Elementary School.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 41. Questions or discussion? All those in favor, then say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd ask the board to move on resolution number 42, which is the resignation of Rachel Sergi as the co-class advisor effective August 19th today.
Thank you. I hear a second.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We adopt resolution number 42. Questions or discussion? All those in favor, then please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That passes unanimously.
And I'd just like to take a moment to thank Mrs. Elder for being at the opening program this morning here at Greater Latrobe in the high school auditorium. She greeted the faculty and staff and gave a nice welcome from all of you, and we appreciate her attendance in doing that. In addition, we had some other speakers this morning attend the opening program, and they did an excellent job. We appreciate that. Our students return, as Dr. Tebber mentioned, on Monday. We are all ready for that to occur, so we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
There's quite a list under other business of upcoming building events for Latrobe Elementary, Bagley, Mountain View, the junior high and the senior high, including open house dates. Breakfast of Champions and kindergarten orientation, et cetera. Please read those and attend if you can. The board meeting dates again, the September committee of the whole is the regular time on the 9th, and the regular meeting is the 16th. Those are regular meeting dates. There is one change in October. The committee of the whole meeting will be Monday, October 13th. So please mark your calendars for that. The regular meeting will be on its regular day, and that will be the 21st. It's now time for hearing the visitors part 2. If anyone would like to address the board on any subject, please approach the podium and give us your name and address.
Christy Kane, 230 Sussex Way, Greensburg. Just a couple questions. I'm here on behalf of some other friends who couldn't make it as well. On technology, I know the hack is still down. You put it right on the main page. I have some friends who are OCD as well, just so you know. And a lot of kids would really like to get their schedule, or at least the homeroom. I know there's no intent to not have the technology up, so I'm not here to just complain, but possibly offer a suggestion to a temporary solution. When one was talking to Mrs. Robles, cost was a factor in not mailing the schedules out for the kids to know. Kids, mine included, like to mull over what hallway am I going to here and here, because the mortification of that age group and not knowing where they're going is high. Is to show up with a piece of paper and $1, and they'll print the schedule for you. And poor Mrs. Robles wants to crawl under her desk. So I didn't know what your thoughts were on that as a backup solution until it works.
Well, I like the dollar idea.
That covers the ink. That covers the ink.
Right? Okay. Well, as you may or may not be aware, we did a major upgrade of our student information system. The process has been in place since the beginning of June, and actually this past weekend was sort of like our go live day where everything kind of got flipped and switched over. So Monday was the first day our teachers were back. Kind of wanted to just work through some things. So at this point, I would anticipate that definitely by the end of this week. My hope is tomorrow. So I can.
Okay. On Monday, when I called the main district office, I was told there's bugs in the system, and I asked how many, and they said I don't know. Because were our bugs not foreseen or not anticipated, or you thought you worked them out?
There are no bugs I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
In the system, so I don't know who you spoke with.
Her name was Cindy.
We just have hack turned off right now because as the teachers were coming back on Monday, they were kind of the first ones to hit the new system live, and so we kind of just wanted to make sure there weren't any other variables in play as they kind of hit it Monday morning in the new, in the new system. So that was kind of why we left it. So we thought tomorrow would be the time that we could.
And I'm all about extra communication breeds understanding, because when there's no communication or reasons put out, lack of understanding leads to judgment. Technology dropped the ball, and so I was just hoping for a backup solution on paper.
Right. Well, I had a notice posted on the main website just that it was unavailable, and we would make it operational as soon as we could.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the information that I had posted.
And the paper version, showing up at the office and getting a printout.
No need to, it's going to be up to
Well, she hopes.
Well, let's just leave it at that. It'll be running up tomorrow, the next day, and we'll be ready to go.
Thank you.
Mr. McCaskey?
Just want to make a point that the junior high students and senior high students did receive their schedules prior to the end of the last school year. They did have their classes that they had, as well as the periods that they had.
They just didn't have the room or teacher.
Didn't have the room or the teacher, but it had the classes. So students knew which classes they had, and that they were aware of that. It just simply didn't have the teacher or the room assigned.
It was the room locker for my son's insurance.
Just the room locker?
Yeah, knowing where to go.
You said junior high had a list too?
Yes, we
Because
had
I
those
don't
things.
remember my children ever coming home, either one of my children,
Yeah.
of a junior and senior high student.
We need your name and address before you speak. Give us your name and address, please.
Sorry.
No problem.
Latrobe, Willoughby, 105 Willoughby Lane, Latrobe.
Did you wish to make a comment then, or?
No.
She was
talking to Chad.
We run a tight meeting here, so.
She'll never come back.
Always
Please come back.
Anybody else wish to address the board this evening? Any other business coming before the board this evening?
I'd like to say something about the speaker from the Educational Foundation today. And with my usual braininess, I have forgotten her last name. And she did a wonderful job, I thought. And the move is to now move to annual contributions to the foundation. And she made it clear that this is not something that is going to be done. It's something that is going to have a plan, and as needs come up as we go through the years, those needs hopefully may be met by the foundation. And I hope that the move to get the teachers to sign up was successful. But the whole point is here that if you don't do something, people tell you, oh, it'll never work. Oh, I remember when somebody tried that. Oh, I remember, blah, blah, blah. And if you listen to those people, you never move off the dime ever, anywhere. And the worst that can happen is it doesn't work. And the best that can happen is you get the Greater Latrobe Foundation for Education. And it's working wonderfully well. And the improvements that they've made to our classrooms, our athletic fields, and our arts are wonderful. So
I will make sure that I tell her that. I have a question. What are we doing with 3D printers? That's pretty cool technology. We have two of them. What are we doing?
They're going to be placed in the tech classrooms for design.
One of the senior high.
Yeah, one of the senior high, the junior high, in their math classes.
It wasn't very long ago that was a big deal when CMU got one. So it's a big deal to have two of them in high
The
school.
teachers were very, very excited.
That's
They
a
already
very
have
cool.
plans. We met at the end of the school year with them.
So they've had PD on this, I presume.
Well, not at this point, but that is the plan.
Okay.
They've worked them into the curriculum.
Very neat.
Any other business to come before the board this evening? Not, then we are, I need a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Thank you. Second.
Thank you.